We are live here in Seminary, Mississippi tonight as your Sumrall Bobcats are set to take on the Bulldogs out of Seminary in a highly anticipated matchup here tonight. Seminary comes into the game with a 23-3 record and Sumrall a 22-3 record. So only 3 losses for both of these teams, and they're going to face off in a really good matchup in Sumrall tonight. Or in Seminary tonight. On the mound for Seminary is their ace. Let's see. Slade Bullock, the pitcher for Seminary. He comes into the game with a 6-0 record, 1.91 ERA. He's thrown 40 innings this year. He's given up 20 runs, 11 earned runs. He struck out 57 batters in those 40 innings and has given up 16 walks. So the battle between undefeated pitchers here in Seminary tonight is Drew Davis will be on the mound for Sumrall in the bottom half of this inning. We've got a bunch of people moving as the Seminary student section is right behind home plate. So we are set for the first pitch here in Seminary tonight. Drew Davis steps up to the plate against Bullock. Davis comes into the game hitting .541, 6 doubles, 4 triples, and 5 home runs. And the first pitch he sees a breaking ball in the dirt from Bullock. Bullock, a big kid on the mound. But he's got a test here tonight. Sumrall has really found their groove offensively in the past few weeks. And that fastball misses up. 2 balls, no strikes to Drew Davis. Right behind him, Jay Schultz. And then Braylon Graham all due up here in the top of the first inning. 2-0 pitch. And it is hammered foul. So 2 balls, 1 strike. It is a packed house in Seminary tonight. The 2-1 pitch to Davis. Fastball, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter. Davis trying to find his way on here to lead things off for the Bobcats. 2-2 pitch. And this one is hit hard and well into center field. And it is back. And you can pucker up and kiss that baby goodbye. A leadoff home run for Drew Davis. That is Davis's 6th home run of the year, and it leads things off for the Bobcats here in the first inning. Dead center field. That one goes way over the wall, and the Bobcats take an early 1-0 lead here in the first inning. So now Jay Schultz comes to the plate for the Bobcats. Schultz hitting .448. So it doesn't get any easier for Bullock. He's got 7 doubles, a triple, and a home run on the season. First pitch to Schultz was a ball, so 1 ball, no strike. And that one misses away. 2 balls, no strikes to Schultz, the catcher for the Bobcats. Changeup called for strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike. And that changeup's roped into right field. And back-to-back hits for the Bobcats. And Jay Schultz stands at first. Now Braylon Graham comes to the plate. So a home run and a single to lead things off for the Bobcats. And if you're Coach Andy Davis, you couldn't have wrote up a better start. Braylon Graham comes to the plate. He's hitting .348, and he's got 3 doubles and a home run on the season. Big on big here. It's the big pitcher, Slade Bullock. Face off against the big 3-hole for the Bobcats, Braylon Graham. Breaking ball falls in for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here to Braylon Graham. The pinch runner at first for Jay Schultz is Wade Marsh. Another breaking ball. That one misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch to Graham. Breaking ball. It's pulled foul. Count goes to 1-2. So Bullock back-to-back breaking balls. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, and it pegs them. So the Bobcats back-to-back base runners. Now Braylon Harrison comes to the plate. So not the ideal start for Slade Bullock and Seminary. Bobcats have runners at first and second, no outs. And Braylon Harrison steps up to the plate. He's hitting .431, 6 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. First pitch to Harrison. Called for strike 1. Fastball, the outside part of the plate. So no balls, 1 strike. Here and no outs, 2 runners on. Marsh, good lead at second. Fastball, and that's going to be called for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here to Braylon Harrison. Back-to-back fastballs on the outside part of the plate. Harrison now has 2. The 0-2 pitch. That one called for strike 3, so Harrison watches 3 straight fastballs. He goes down for out number 1. Now Eli Hicks comes to the plate, and he's a guy who has really caught fire here recently. He's hitting .357, 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs. He takes that fastball away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. To Eli Hicks. Hicks, the second baseman for the Bobcats. And that one misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. So if you're Hicks, this is the pitch you want to hit. 2 runners on, 1 out. Bullock's got to throw straight to you. The 2-0 pitch. And that one misses up. 3 balls, no strikes. And the 3-0 pitch. It's called for strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike to Hicks. 2 runners on, 1 out. And a 1-0 lead for the Bobcats here in the top of the first. And that fastball finds the zone. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's like the fastball may be deceiving to these Bobcat hitters. 3-2 pitch. And that one misses away. And that's going to load the bases for Corey Paul Bond. Corey Paul Bond, who has solidified himself in the DH spot for the Bobcats. He's hitting .333 with a double and a triple in the season. He steps up with bases loaded here against Slade Bolden. Or Bullock. Bullock's first pitch called for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bullock working on the windup now. Breaking ball called for strike 2. Bond really needing to put something in play here with bases loaded. The 0-2 pitch, fastball, and it's called for strike 3. So that's the second strikeout looking, and Tucker Barrett comes to the plate. Tucker Barrett hitting .302. 2 doubles and 3 home runs on the season. Breaking ball. That one misses in. Nope, 1 ball, no strike. Good looking breaking ball there from Bolden. Bolden almost with a Paul Skeens kind of wind up. The 1-0 pitch. And this one's roped into left field. It's going to score 1. They're going to put Braylon Graham with the brakes. But the Bobcats take an early 2-0 lead here in the top of the first. Now Parker Hawkins comes to the plate. 2 outs, bases loaded, and a 2-0 lead for the Bobcats here in the first. Parker Hawkins hitting .305. First pitch he sees fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Parker Hawkins. That one misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hawkins, the young lefty in this Bobcat order. Fastball called for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Parker Hawkins. Graham stands at third, Hicks at second, and Barrett at first. The 2-1 pitch. And this one's roped into right field. It's going to score 2. Hicks rounds third, and he heads home. And the Bobcats have put up a 4 spot here in the second inning. Or in the first inning. Back-to-back singles from the 7 and 8 hole here for Sumrall. Now Carson Speed comes up, and the top of the lineup stands on deck, and Drew Davis. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Slade Bullock trying to get out of the first. He throws that one right down Broadway for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block there from the catcher. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carson Speed. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball. And that's going to be called for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carson Speed. Speed with the opportunity to flip the lineup over back to Drew Davis, who led off the ball game with a solo shot to center field. This one's going to get behind the catcher, and Barrett and Hawkins able to move 90 feet. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Carson Speed. A base hit could tack on 2 more, as Hawkins has a lot of speed at second. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back into the mitt, and that's going to be the 3rd strikeout of the inning. But the Bobcats have put up a 4 spot on 4 hits and have a 4-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 1st inning. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. So we are back live here in the bottom of the 1st inning. Brady Chancellor, Eric McCollum, and J.D. Harvey all due up for Seminary here in the bottom of the 1st. Brady Chancellor squares around a bunt, pulls back on the ball. Davis comes into the game with an 8-0 record, 0.32 ERA. He's thrown 43 1/3 inning, only giving up 13 hits. He's got 85 strikeouts and 7 walks. Swing and a miss there from Chancellor. The count goes to 1-2. Chancellor comes into the game hitting .393. He's got 6 doubles, 3 triples, and a home run. And a swing and a miss on the slider. And Davis gets the strikeout for out number 1. So Eric McCullum, the hitter now, he comes into the game hitting .324. And he's got 8 doubles on his season. So the first batter that Drew Davis faces, he sends him down on strikes. And the first pitch to Eric McCollum, a hard fastball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to McCollum. Breaking ball, gets him swinging, and no balls, 2 strikes to McCollum here. The 0-2 pitch. That one's fouled back into the net. Left that breaking ball hanging. and he fouls it back. No balls, 2 strikes. Here to Eric McCullum. Defensively, the Bobcats, Tucker Barrett at third. And that breaking ball gets him. It's a back-to-back strikeouts for Drew Davis. And J.D. Harvey comes to the plate, the 3-hole hitter for Seminary. So Tucker Barrett at third, Eli Hicks at short, with Drew Davis playing pitcher tonight. Riggs Russell at second, Braylon Graham at first. Then you have Parker Hawkins out in the left, Braylon Harrison in center, and Carson Speed in right. First pitch breaking ball to Harvey, gets a check swing, but he doesn't go. Harvey hitting .477, 11 doubles, and 6 home runs. So Harvey, a highly talented player for the Seminary lineup. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball. And that one falls in for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here to J.D. Harvey. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball doesn't get him to chase. A good pitch there from Davis. And the count goes to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-2 pitch, misses low and in. And the count goes to 3-2. The 3-2 pitch to J.D. Harvey. Breaking ball, and it misses. And that's going to be a 2-out walk for Davis. Now Tucker Hucks comes to the plate. Hucks hitting .387. He's got 6 doubles and 6 home runs. First pitch he sees outside for ball 1. So after 2 straight strikeouts, J.D. Harvey drew the walk. The first pitch to Hucks misses away for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that one misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Davis steps off the mound, takes a breath. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And this one's going to be hit sharply to the second baseman. Russell fields it and tosses it to first for out number 3. So a 4-3 putout ends it here in the first. And we head to the top of the second inning. Drew Davis, Jay Schultz, and Braylon Graham all due up when we come back. So Drew Davis steps in the box to lead things off. Here in the top of the second inning, the first pitch he sees called for strike one. A new pitcher for Seminary, Parker Martin. Parker Martin, he comes into the game with a 3-0 record. He's thrown 16 and 2/3 innings, 20 strikeouts, and 6 walks on his sophomore campaign. The 1-1 pitch to Davis. And this one's roped into left, and it's going to be extra bases. Davis rounds first and heads to second, and he's going to lead things off here in the top of the second inning with a double. So that's Davis's second extra base hit of the night. He's got a home run and a double through 1 inning. And he'll have a pinch runner. Now Jay Schultz comes to the plate. Schultz 1 for 1 tonight. He had a hard hit single to left to right back in his first at bat. So a 4-0 lead for the Bobcats, and they have a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the top of the second inning. First pitch Schultz sees is low and away for ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Schultz. Martin's pitch misses low. I'll bring the count to 2-0. So the Seminary ace only threw 1 inning, but he had 3 strikeouts. Gave up 4 earned runs and 4 hits in the lone inning he threw tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike to Schultz. This one's going to be hit to the first baseman. It's going to be a tough play, and that's a single for Schultz. And the runners now stand at the corners for the Bobcats. So first and third, no outs. And Braylon Graham steps to the plate. Graham was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. So Wade Marsh, the pinch runner for Schultz, he stands at first. Breaking ball misses away for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs for Parker Martin. Fastball called for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Braylon Graham. The runner at first for the Bobcats still hadn't moved. I would think we'd see him running at some point during this at bat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Braylon Graham. Breaking ball. That one's fouled away. So the count stays 1-2 to Braylon Graham. Braylon Harrison stands on deck for the Bobcats. That one misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on for the Bobcats here in the top of the second inning. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses up. And a full count to Braylon Graham. So he's worked himself back into this at bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Full count pitch. Hits slowly to the third baseman. He's going to field it, and he throws it home. They've got the runner in a rundown, but they have interference. So the runner scores, and Braylon Graham will reach base safely. So a 5-0 lead now for the Bobcats. Here in the second inning. The third baseman got in the way of the base runner after he threw it home. And the Bobcats a 5-0 lead. I'm surprised they're going to leave Braylon Graham at second. The interference kind of happened early. But Graham stays at second and Wade Marsh at third. No outs for Braylon Harrison. The first pitch Harrison sees hits sharply to the shortstop, and it bounces over his glove. And the Bobcats tack on 2 more, and they take a 7-0 lead here in the second inning. A single from Braylon Harrison. And now Eli Hicks comes to the plate. And this was a highly anticipated matchup. But the Bobcats have hopped on Seminary early, have a 7-0 lead with no outs in the top of the second inning. Seminary, the reigning 3A state champs from a year ago, and have a good chance of carrying that title this year. This one's hit to the shortstop. He's going to tag second, and he throws it to first, but a wild throw, and they only get 1. So the first out of the inning comes on a fielder's choice, and now Corey Paul Bond comes to the plate with 1 out and a runner on first. Eli Hicks hustling down the line, beats the throw. So 1 out for the Bobcats. First pitch to Bond, he pops this one foul. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And Eli Hicks stands at first. Breaking ball. That one falls in for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Corey Paul Bond. That one misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Check swing, doesn't get him. 2-2 count here with 1 out. Two balls, 2 strikes. This one misses low in the dirt, and it brings the count full here with 1 out. And the 3-2 pitch called for strike 3. And Corey Paul Bond goes down on strikes. And Tucker Barrett heads to the plate. Barrett 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a single and a couple RBIs. First pitch from Martin to Barrett misses away for ball 1. 2 outs, and a runner on first for Sumrall. That one misses low. 2 balls, no strikes. Here in 2 outs. Two 2-0 pitch misses low. 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0 pitch called for strike one. Barrett steps in with a 3-1 count. Here with 2 outs. That one's fouled away. That'll bring the count full for Tucker Barrett. Hicks will be moving on the pitch with a full count and 2 outs. And that one's fouled away. So we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs to Tucker Barrett. Parker Martin trying to get his team in the dugout. But he'll have to throw to one more batter, at least, as he walks Tucker Barrett here with 2 outs. Parker Hawkins 1 for 1 tonight with a single. Runners at first and second for the Bobcats. Barrett stands at first and Hicks at second. First pitch to Hawkins called for strike one. Hawkins had a really nice single just an inning ago. That one misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike. A good take there from Hawkins on the changeup in the dirt. One pitch misses in. That brings the count to 2-1. Two 2-1 pitch misses up and away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Parker Martin having a tough time finding the zone. The 3-1 pitch misses away, and that's going to be another 2-out walk, and will load the bases for Carson Speed. Speed was in the same position just an inning ago. Bases loaded, 2 outs, but ended up being a strikeout victim. So looking for redemption here in the top of the second inning. First pitch he sees, fastball. That one misses up. 1 ball, no strikes to Carson Speed. That one for Martin falls in. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Drew Davis stands on deck for the Bobcats. That one misses way up. Speed steps in with a 2-1 count here in 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch, it's hit up the middle. Good play there from the shortstop, and he's going to tag second for out number 3. So a 5-4 putout. And we head to the bottom of the second inning. Bobcats lead 7-0 when we come back. So we are back live here in the bottom of the second inning. Drew Davis toes the rubber, and he'll face Maddox Nichols, Skylar Ward, and Noah Napier for the Seminary Bulldogs. First pitch he sees. Maddox Nichols squares to bunt, but bunts it foul, and the count goes to 0-1. Nichols, the left fielder for Seminary. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, and it's hit sharply to the third baseman. Barrett fields it and throws it to first for out number 1. So a 5-3 putout. And that'll bring up Skylar Ward. Skylar Ward. Skylar Ward, the first baseman for Seminary. First pitch he sees, fastball, fired in for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Fastball misses low and in. The count goes to 1-1. Davis really likes working fast on the mound. And it's effective there as the breaking ball gets him swinging. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Skylar Ward. He watches that one in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ward. The 2-2 pitch. Davis fires that one, and it's hitting out into left field, but it falls foul. Barely by about 2 feet it falls foul. The count stays at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Ward. Breaking ball, and that's going to be a called strike 3. And another strikeout for Davis. Noah Napier heads to the plate now. He's the DH. Hitting for the pitcher. First pitch Napier sees head high for ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Looks like he swung. They say he didn't. 2 balls, no strikes to Napier. The fastball lifted foul. That one was given a long ride. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3 straight fastballs with that 94-mile-an-hour heater. And that one falls in for strike 2. So Napier seen 4 straight fastballs. And the count goes to 2-2. Imagine a breaking ball could really screw him up. And it does. A swing and a miss. And Davis records his 4th strikeout through 2 innings. And we head to the top of the third. Bobcats lead 7-0 when we come back. So Drew Davis comes back to the plate to lead things off in the 3rd inning. This is the 3rd inning he has led off. He led off the 1st with a home run. He led off the 2nd with a double. So we'll see what he does here against the new pitcher, Maddox Nichols. This is the 3rd pitcher for Seminary. First pitch he throws, misses in for ball 1. Another breaking ball. That one falls in for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Drew Davis. And that one pegs Davis, and he trots down to first. So a leadoff runner for the Bobcats. And Davis will get a pinch runner. So Jay Schultz comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2 tonight, 2 singles. So between the top 2 hitters for the Bobcats, Davis and Schultz, they've already got 4 hits in this ball game. Davis 2 for 2 with a home run and a double. And now Jay Schultz, he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He steps back in with a 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch. And this one's hit it out into left field. It's going to be extra bases. It gets behind the left fielder. And the pinch runner is going to score all the way from first. And the Bobcats, an 8-0 lead here in the third inning. Jay Schultz gets his third hit of the night. Now Braylon Graham comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He's got a fielder's choice and a hit by pitch. Wade Marsh checks in the game to run. This is his third time checking in to run already, and it's the top of the third inning. An 8-0 lead for Sumrall. First pitch to Graham. Fired in for strike one. No balls, 1 strike to Braylon Graham. Breaking ball, and it's hit real high into the outfield. The right fielder camps under it for out number 1. And he throws it to third and gets Wade Marsh out at third base. Wade Marsh probably something he shouldn't have tagged up there in shallow right field, but he does, and a good throw there from the right fielder gets Marsh at third for out number 2. So nobody on now for Braylon Harrison. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that brings the count to 0-1. This is the last week of regular season baseball for the Bobcats, and they'll be a number 1 seed in the playoffs next week. No balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball. That's fouled off the foot of Harrison. Harrison 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a strikeout and a single. Breaking ball. He cue balls it to the pitcher. The pitcher barely gets him at first, but that's out number 3. So the Bobcats only tack 1 more here in the third, and we head to the bottom of the third inning. Bobcats lead 8-0 when we come back. So we are back live here in the bottom of the third. Drew Davis toes the rubber, and he'll face Slade Molds, Caden McQueen, and Brady Chancellor. And that's the first hit of the night for Seminary. Looked like a miscommunication between the middle infield, and they let it go into center field. So a leadoff single for Slade Molds, and Caden McQueen heads to the plate. Second base runner for Seminary. Caden McQueen, the nine-hole hitter. Then the top of the lineup, due back up. Fastball called for strike one. So Mold stands at first. McQueen stands in with a 0-1 count, and the breaking ball swing and a miss gets away from Schultz. So Mold's able to reach second, and the count goes to 0-2. That breaking ball is really getting these Seminary hitters on their front foot. Unable to pick it up. Getting a ton of swing and misses on that pitch tonight. No balls, 2 strikes. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to it. Fastball. Gets a check swing, but doesn't get him. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. And that is called for strike 3. And that is Drew Davis's 5th strikeout of the night. Now the top of the order, Brady Chancellor comes back to the plate. Chancellor struck out swinging back in the first inning. He had trouble seeing the breaking ball back in the first. 1 out for the Bobcats. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. That slider is wicked. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good block there from Jay Schultz to keep the runner at second. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. And this hits off of Schultz's gear. Looked like a good pitch, but Schultz whiffs it. And Seminary now has a base runner at third. 2-1 count to the leadoff hitter for the Bulldog lineup. Davis now working out of the windup. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball. It's going to be hit to the shortstop. Hicks is going to have to come up and charge it. And it goes under his glove. And so Seminary gets on the board here in the third inning. They cut into the lead 8-1. Let's see how they roll that one. Guess they're going to roll it a single. Now Eric McQueen comes to the plate. Fastball, swing and a miss. That one way out. McQueen chasing. So no balls, 1 strike to McQueen. Pick off to first. Ooh. A little closer than Seminary would like. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. McQueen now stands in with a 0-2 count. McQueen, a strikeout victim in his first plate appearance. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. So Davis gets another strikeout. Now J.D. Harvey comes to the plate. Harvey reached via the walk. back in the first inning. He steps in with 2 outs and a runner on first for Seminary. Breaking ball called for strike one. Runner on first has had a healthy lead. Picked to first. Not in time. It was close. No balls, 1 strike to J.D. Harvey. Breaking ball. It's a good looking pitch. I think it may have crossed up the umpire. If he calls it ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Picked to first, and it would have got him. But Graham unable to hold on to it. Wow, what a pickoff there from Davis. Fastball, and it bounces off of the mitt and rolls to the backstop. So Harvey stands in with a 2-1 count. Runner at second now for Seminary, with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Break him on the dirt. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball, and that's called for strike 3. And Davis gets his 3rd strikeout of the inning. And we head to the top of the 4th. Bobcats lead 8-1 when we come back. So we're back live here in the top of the fourth inning. Eli Hicks, Corey Paul Bond, and Tucker Barrett all do up. This one sharply hit to the second baseman. Eli Hicks unable to beat it out, so a 4-3 put out. And Seminary gets a quick out number one. Now Corey Bond comes to the plate. New pitcher, Brady Chancellor for Seminary. Seminary, Johnny Holstaff in it tonight. First pitch to Bond misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Bond 0 for 2 tonight. Due up after him, Tucker Barrett. Bond hits this one in the 6 hole for a single. That brings up Tucker Barrett. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a single and a walk. So Barrett steps in with 1 out, a runner on first for Sumrall. Brady Chancellor calls for J.D. Harvey to come to the mound. An 8-1 lead for the Bobcats here in the top of the fourth. First pitch to Barrett, misses low and away for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes to Barrett. Bond stands at first for the Bobcats. 1-0 pitch. That one, fastball down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good block there from Harvey. That keeps Bond at first. A 2-1 count here to Tucker Barrett. And he hits this one down the third baseline. And it's going to be a single. They hold Corey Paul Bond up at second. So back-to-back singles for the Bobcats. And now Parker Hawkins comes to the plate with 2 runners on. That's Tucker Barrett's second hit of the night. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles and a walk. Now Parker Hawkins, he's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Runners, it's first and second. 1 out. That one misses low. 1 ball, no strikes to Parker Hawkins. The 1-0 pitch. It's going to be hit out into the left. Left fielder makes a great grab for out number 2. Runs a long way and tracks it down in foul territory. So the fly out to the left fielder. And that'll bring up Carson Speed. He's 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. Davis stands on deck. He's 2 for 2 tonight. First pitch to Speed, fouled away. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Speed. Barrett stands at first and Bond at second. Bobcats won 9 hits for 3 2/3 innings. That one misses way up. 2 balls, or 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Carson Speed. Speed looking for his first hit of the night. Fastball up. If you're Brady Chancellor, you are not wanting Carson Speed to find a way on here. With the scorching hot top of the lineup for Sumrall due up. This one's hit out into right center, and it's going to be extra bases. Good job there from the right fielder to cut it off, but he throws it in, and it hits off the first baseman's glove, and Carson Speed's going to go all the way to third. So it was a single. He reaches third base, and he gets 2 RBIs as Barrett and Bond both come in to score. So a 10-1 lead for the Bobcats. And Drew Davis comes to the plate. He's reached base safely all 3 times he's come up tonight. A home run, a double, and a hit by pitch. Breaking ball called for strike 1. Breaking ball again. That one misses low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carson Speed, that was a heck of a piece of hitting there as he took that one the other way and drove it into right center. Breaking ball, and that one pegs Davis for the second time. And now Jay Schultz comes to the plate. Schultz 3 for 3 tonight. 2 singles and a double. So 2 runners on for the Bobcats. First pitch to Schultz called for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And runners on first and third. And this one's going to get behind the catcher. And Carson Speed comes in to score. So a 10-run lead for the Bobcats here in the 4th inning. Brady Chancellor's given up 3 runs so far here in the 4th. Bobcats have scored in all 4 innings. Fastball up. 2 balls, no strikes. To Jay Schultz. Two-0 pitch. That one fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-two pitch misses away. That brings the count to 3-2. The full count pitch to Schultz. And he gets a swing and a miss. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bobcats lead 11-1 when we come back. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. Tucker Hooks, Maddox, and Nichols, and Skylar Ward all due up for Seminary here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Davis still on the mound for the Bobcats. First pitch he throws, fouled back into the net. No balls, one strike. Good looking swing there from Tucker Hooks. He's 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to the second baseman. A 1 pitch. Change up. Misses low. The count goes to 1-1. Bobcats 22-3 coming into this game, and Seminary 23-3. Breaking ball, that one misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Backdoor slider from Davis looked good. Fastball. That one catches the outside part of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Davis. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. It's going to hit the dirt. Schultz grabs it and throws it to first, and Davis gets another strikeout. So Maddox Nichols comes to the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman his first at-bat. You see Tucker Barrett. He's creeping in. Fastball, swing and a miss. That one blew the doors off of Nichols. The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball, and that one misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball. Gets a crazy swing from Nichols, and the count goes to 1-2. I don't know if I've ever seen a swing like that. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And that's Davis's 9th strikeout of the night. And Skylar Ward comes to the plate. So 2 outs. Skylar Ward was a strikeout victim his first at-bat. First pitch to Ward, fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. So Davis looking for his 10th strikeout of the night. The 0-1 pitch. That one called for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes here to Skylar Ward. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball. That one misses in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one had a little extra heat behind it. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And Davis strikes out the side. And we head to the top of the 5th. Davis gets his 10th strikeout. And the Bobcats lead 11-1 when we come back. This is Zane Berry, and you are watching Bobcat Baseball. I'd like to give our Live stream sponsors a shout out. BB Geomatics, Back 42 Sports, Com South, MCS, Builder's First Source, Tillman's Heating and Air. So thank you all for your sponsorship and making this happen. So we head to the top of the 5th inning, and we will be back after the break. So we are back here in the top of the 5th inning. Braylon Graham, Braylon Harrison, and Eli Hicks all due up for the Bobcats. The Bobcats an 11-1 lead. The first pitch Braylon Graham sees is going to be a high chopper to the second baseman. He fields it. Throws it to first, but not in time. So that's an infield single. So a leadoff single for the Bobcats from Braylon Graham, and Braylon Harrison steps in. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a single. The Bobcats have a runner on first and no outs. First pitch misses up. 1 ball and no strikes. The 1-0 pitch misses up. That brings the count to 2-0. Good night to be a Sumrall Bobcat. While you're watching this game, an 11-1 lead, and Braylon Harrison hits that one to the second baseman. Line drive, and that's going to be caught and thrown to first for a double play. So Eli Hicks steps in with 2 outs now in the top of the 5th. First pitch to Hicks, fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. No balls, 1 strike. Here to Eli Hicks. Swing and a miss. The 0-2 pitch to Hicks. That one misses away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses in. Count goes to 2-2 to Eli Hicks. Fastball, swing and a miss. And Hicks goes down swinging. So we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Bobcats, all they need is 3 outs without Seminary scoring, and they will head home victorious via the 10-run rule. So we will be back after the break. So we are back live here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 7, 8, 9 hitters for Seminary trying to keep this game alive. Noah Napier, Slade Molds, and Cade McQueen. First pitch to Napier, breaking ball called for strike 1. Davis with 10 strikeouts in this ball game through 4 innings. Fastball, that one misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, that one called for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Noah Napier. Napier, the DH for Seminary. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. And the 11th strikeout for Davis. Now he'll face Slade Molds. Molds with one of the 2 hits for Seminary tonight, both of them infield singles. He's 1 for 1 tonight. First pitch he sees, breaking ball, check swing strike. You can tell these Seminary hitters sitting fastball. That breaking ball is really getting to them. And it has all night. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. He wasn't even close to that one. No balls, 2 strikes. Here with 1 out. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball called for strike 3, and Davis's 12th strikeout of the night. So the 9-hole hitter, Caden McQueen, the last line of defense for Seminary, as they are chasing 1 run here in the 5th. The top of the lineup after him. Breaking ball, that one misses up. 1 ball, no strikes to McQueen. Fastball. Umpire says that one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Here to McQueen. McQueen 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking in his first at bat. 2-0 pitch, fastball fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bobcats looking for their 23rd win of the season. They will play Harrison Central Friday night. Breaking ball misses away. 3 balls, 1 strike to McQueen. Top of the order due up for Seminary after McQueen. Fastball, swing and a miss. A full count here with 2 outs. I will not be at the Harrison Central game Friday. The live stream will be rolling. 3-2 pitch. This one's going to be hit to Tucker Barrett. He fields it and throws it to first, and the Bobcats win 11-1 in 5 innings here in Seminary. So their record advances to 23-3, and a ginormous win for them tonight for momentum going into the playoffs next week. So this is Zane Berry, and I will see y'all in the first round of the playoffs next week. Good night.